Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shruti Vashist and this channel is all about manifestation and conscious creation. So in today's video we're going to be speaking about why are you single? And if you have this question in your heart, we've all gone through it where we have this question in our hearts, why am I single right now? What is the need for this? It almost feels like the universe is forcing me to be in this position and I've tried everything that I can, but somehow I'm just in this state right now. And why do I need to be here? So if you want to know about my perspective on this, especially coming from a heart perspective, because this is something that we feel, so it's not going to be like a logical answer, because you can always logically explain away that I'm single, and perhaps you've even logically tried different things, like you put yourself out there and nothing really worked out. So when we hit that space where we are feeling like this is something beyond that, beyond my efforts and my willpower, let's say, but still I am in this state, why is that? So that's what I'm going to speak to, that heart feeling that you get, and that's what we're going to address today. So if you would like to hear my perspective on that, then keep watching this video. And before I speak more about this, please know that below this video I have a couple of links. You can work with me personally, and also I have courses. So I have one course out at the moment which is called Manifest Soulmate Relationships, which goes very in depth about manifesting basically a soulmate relationship. And this can be whether you are single or not single, it doesn't really matter, but it's about creating that soulmate dynamic and living as that first. And then there's lots of manifesting practices as well in order for you to actually manifest that reality for yourself. And also there's a section in it to be deeply magnetic, just in general as well, to live in that sensuality and feel like a deeply magnetic person who is very, very attractive, feels attractive from within. So that's the course. And now let's talk about why it is that you are single or you feel this way so deeply within yourself. Okay guys, so why is it that you are single right now? Why is it that you feel, let's say, alone? Especially if you feel alone, that is usually when we're asking ourselves this question, because we can go through a phase where we are very satisfied being by ourselves, and where we at those times we're in touch with what it is that we are integrating. But the first thing that I want you to know, if you are single and you're feeling that sense of aloneness, being alone, is that you never actually can be alone from a consciousness perspective. And I know that this sounds really weird, but just hear me out, and hear me out with like an open heart, and you can either agree with this perspective or not agree with it later, but at least be fully open to absorbing like a new perspective if this is new for you. So from my perspective, and basically from a spiritual perspective, it's that love is always here. And that is because love is us. It is what we are at a deeper level. So when we desire love, basically, we want to experience it in our outer reality. We want to experience it as a thing, an object, or a person. What we need to realize is that it actually lives within. And we can actually experience it now. We are never actually deprived from love. Love is here to be experienced in this very moment if you want it to be. And I'll share with you how later as well. So the moment that, if you're feeling that sense of aloneness, the thing to do is to go within yourself, within your body, especially if you breathe in your body, breathe into your heart space. By that I mean the heart chakra, which is the center of our chest. So usually we're not connected to our bodies, we're very much in our minds. That's how society has trained us to be this person who is very focused on the external reality and what we have in our external, but we're not as in touch with what we have internally, which is actually 50% of the equation, which is very, very important. And it's the first thing that we should know before we start dealing with what is in our outer reality, because the control lies within us over here. And when we are experiencing something in our outer reality, in our inner reality, when we are able to create a certain essence, we're able to feel it, in this case love has to show out in your outer reality too. It just has to. This is vibrational law. This is like a universal law, you can say, that you create your own reality through what you are feeling. And when I say feeling, the feeling that happens in our heart is an integrated feeling of what we believe, what we are thinking, our emotions, all of that, what's happening in our body. So it's like when we tap into that state that is calm, we go into our heart in a calm and neutral sort of way without judging any emotions. Then what is revealed to us usually is something, it shows us basically what it is that we desire. So we may first experience a sense of lack, all of these emotions of lacking, of not having, and why am I so alone, and feeling that separation essentially, which is of course a very, very painful experience for any of us, or feeling like we are not worthy. Why is it that other people have relationships and I don't at this time? Or a particular story that we have attached to. And I have another video on changing your relationship story. I'll link it up here. But that might happen first when you go within. You're getting in touch with all of those more painful emotions as well, that we also tend to suppress and not fully feel. And you may think that, well, how can you say that I'm not feeling them, because I'm in this painful state all the time? But when I say feel them, I mean that when these emotions come up, usually we don't want to penetrate them fully. We don't want to see them fully for what they are. We just say, oh, this is something negative, bad, I don't want to experience you, so go away. But when we actually stand with that thing, with that emotion, that pain in our body, that emotional pain basically, it gives way to something deeper, which is actually an essence that is living behind it. So it takes you into what is your deeper desire. If you're feeling, let's say, jealousy, let's say you are feeling sadness, aloneness, separation, when you go inside, deeper inside that, there is a desire that is there. So if you're feeling alone, or you're feeling like, why am I single? That is a desire for connection. That is a desire for love. And then when that love opens up from within us, because we unconditionally just looked at those more painful emotions within our body for the first time, at such a deep level, then that desire, you just bask in it, you allow it to spread through the whole body, and there is no way that you won't manifest it in your outer reality, as relationships, as generally in life, lots of people showing you love and adoration in different ways. Let's say people start giving you compliments suddenly, and this will happen even when you bring the tiniest amount of love for yourself as well. You will immediately see the difference. So if you want to experience love in your outer reality, we have to give it to ourselves first. We have to be patient enough and be nurturing enough to show that love to ourselves first. So yeah, that is my advice to you. But I also want to tell you that this is natural. So in our life, we go through different cycles. We're not always supposed to be in partnership either. And the reason that life takes us through these cycles is to actually come out more integrated, more whole and stronger. So probably for you, and because this is the case in most relationships, when we break up from one relationship, usually it happens because at an inner, deeper level, we were unhappy somehow. We desired something new. Like, let's say in the beginning I meet someone and it's all, they're fulfilling that deeper desire that I have. They're a reflection of that, and that we had that match, that connect of values. But along the line, something changes because I've grown, they've grown, or something changed, and it's no longer a match, or I just have a new desire. I have gone deeper within myself and claimed this deeper part of me. And let's say the other person is not on the same lines, or vice versa. That is when breakups happen, essentially. So it's not actually a sad thing, because when life is taking you more internally, it's essentially asking you to go within and see that love actually exists in all of these new ways that you have not allowed yourself to see. That love is actually not even just one person. And when you are, show love to yourself in that state of aloneness more and more, You will start experiencing love from your reality, like I said, but it's not only in the form of one lover coming to you. It will be just people giving you compliments. It will be life showing you love, even just nature being experiencing just this moment, just the simple act of breathing will feel like a sense of connection, a sense of love, like you belong to something greater, and this connection can never be taken away from you. And this happens because we have now started connecting to our bodies, because we are no longer rejecting our emotions, we're no longer judging them, we're just with them, we're allowing them to do their thing, which then further takes us into that pure desire, that state of love. So there's nothing wrong with being single at all. Those moments where you feel very empowered being single and you want that, it means that we're in alignment with the fact that we are integrating into a deeper level of love within ourselves. We're seeing that love is not just one person. I may have attached it to just one person before, but actually I have access to love in so many more different ways. And when we actually allow that, the experience of love and how we know ourselves to be love lands in a deeper way in the body. And because now we are more whole and we are more at peace with ourselves, the relationship that we attract, if you want to be in a romantic partnership, the partner that you will attract will be more whole. It'll be a more balanced relationship. It'll be a much more harmonious experience. So yeah, that is the one advice that I can give you, is go within when you feel those moments of being alone and why am I single, why am I alone. There's a very good reason for it, and because you actually are never alone. Love never left you. Love has always been here. It will always be here, and just tap into how that is. I have various videos on this channel addressing this. Perhaps I'll link one up here. Right now off the top of my head I can't remember which one would be appropriate, but I'll link something up here. So you can check that out, as well as how to go deeper within yourself. But my course goes into this very, very deeply. There's multiple practices, and all of them have to do with connecting to your body, and also those exercises to manifest relationships in a conscious manner, because then we do it in a wholesome way. We have aligned deeply with what we are, and we have claimed a deeper part of love. And actually the deepest part of love when it comes to soulmates, it has to do with all of what you are at all these different levels, not only the physical and emotional, but even the soul level. And the deeper that we align with what we truly are at these different levels, that is when and then we also say yes to love coming in different forms. We feel attractive, we feel magnetic. That is when love comes pouring in, and it can't be stopped at that point. Okay, so I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. If you have any questions, let me know about that as well. And I will catch you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.